Good day, everyone. We're going to start off paragraph 25 in chapter 4. So I'm going to get started. Physiology shows that there can be no direct knowledge, even of the effects which objects produce on our sense organs. Through following up the processes which occur in our own bodies, the physiologist finds that, even in the sense organs, the effects of the external movement are transformed in the most manifold ways. We can see this most clearly in the case of eye and ear. Both are very complicated organs which modify the external stimulus considerably before they conduct it to the corresponding nerve. From the peripheral end of the nerve, the already modified stimulus is then conducted to the brain. Only now can the central organs be stimulated. Therefore, it is concluded that the external process undergoes a series of transformations before it reaches consciousness. What goes on in the brain is connected by so many intermediate links with the external process that any similarity to the latter is out of the question. What the brain ultimately transmits to the soul is neither external processes nor processes in the sense organs, but only such as occur in the brain. But even these are not perceived directly by the soul. What we finally have in consciousness are not brain processes at all, but sensations. My sensation of red has absolutely no similarity to the process which occurs in the brain when I sense red. The redness again only appears as an effect in the soul, and the brain process is merely its cause. This is why Hartmann says, what the subject perceives is merely its cause. What the subject perceives, therefore, are always only modifications of his own psychical states and nothing else. When I have the sensations, however, they are as yet very far from being grouped into what I perceive as things. Only single sensations can be transmitted to me by the brain. The sensations of hardness and softness are transmitted to me by the sense of touch, those of color and light by the sense of sight. Yet all these are to be found united in one and the same object. This unification, therefore, can only be brought about by the soul itself. That is, the soul combines the separate sensations mediated through the brain into bodies. My brain conveys to me singly and by widely different paths the visual, tactile, and auditory sensations which the soul then combines into the mental picture of a trumpet. It is just this very last link in a process, the mental picture of the trumpet, which for my consciousness is the very first thing that is given. In it nothing can any longer be found of what exists outside me and originally made an impression on my senses. The external object has been entirely lost on the way to the brain and through the brain to the soul. And the paragraph we have summarized as follows. The commonly held view is that our sensations are altered in the process as they are transmitted through our brain to our soul, where they are finally united into a mental picture. The external object has been lost along the way. So it's a very long paragraph, and with this idea, it's what we have in our consciousness are just sensations, and again, with the above theory, the brain just transmits what's occurring in the brain. It's not transmitting anything that is, it's not transmitting any sort of external process or processes in the sense organ. It's just what's only occurring in the brain. And that paragraph's pretty straightforward. It sounds kind of complicated, but it really isn't. Again, he's just pointing out the whole idea that what we're receiving through our senses are just modifications of our own being and whatnot. We're not actually getting any information from the external world. So that's why that he's just repeating that idea. I'm going to stop that there, and I'll probably, because these paragraphs are long up to 27, I'll probably just do each paragraph separately. So I'll see you all next time. Bye.